Hey guys, it's your girl Miss T. You know that's me, and we have a lot to talk about because WWE Backlash in France was a freaking classic. There's so much to uncover, but before anything, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's jump into this one. First things first, the tag team match with Kevin Owens, Randy Orton versus Solo Sikoa and Tanga was insane to open up the show. It turned into a street fight, and let me tell you, the chaos was crazy. This specific stunt right here, Kevin Owens taking down Tanga with the chairs in between, was insane. It's not all. During this match, Tanga's brother, Tanga Loa, made his debut. And let me tell you, this is crazy. This bloodline continues to get stronger and we are feeling it. Gotta say, guys, I love what's happening with the bloodline. They continue to get stronger, and the day that Roman Reigns returns to confront this new branch of the bloodline, it's gonna be mind-blowing. About this women's match, Tiffany Stratton, Bayley, and Naomi killed it. It was amazing. Tiffany Stratton looked incredible in this attire. We need to take a second to just admire this beauty. 10 out of 10 in attire. Whoever is making her attires is doing a fabulous job. During this match, it was chaotic, it was amazing, and the fans didn't stop cheering from start to finish. But in the end of this one, Bayley ended up winning it, and you gotta admit it was the right call. She just won this title at WrestleMania, and despite Naomi being amazing and Tiffany Stratton too, it just isn't time for them yet, and Bayley has retained. And for my Tiffy time fans, don't worry, it's still Tiffy time, but her time will truly come in the near future. She is totally ready to be a champion and ahead of schedule, but just not yet. Okay, so we have to talk about the love France was showing Jey Uso. When this man came out here, the entire France was shaking. This is incredible. The amount of love Jey Uso is getting is just remarkable. And let me tell you, the match was also pretty good. Damian Priest ended up retaining, and let me tell you, it was with the help of the Judgment Day, and he was not too happy about that. Can I also add that when Damian Priest came out, it didn't seem like he was the favor at all. The fans were totally behind Jey Uso, and it seemed to me like a lot of people were hoping Jey Uso won, but Damian retained. This is the moment, a part of that segment that everyone was talking about. Damian Priest going berserk on Judgment Day, especially Finn Balor. For how long is Finn Balor gonna take Damian Priest's ish? I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you this. When these two meet in the ring, it's gonna be chef's kiss, amazing. And is Finn Balor gonna go for that title low-key? I'm kind of here for it. This guy was an amazing champion in his time, and if he goes after Damian, I might not be complaining. Next match we need to talk about is Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill becoming your new tag team champions against the Kabuki Warriors. Bianca Belair getting the pin. I'm totally okay with that. Jade looks super strong, but those Kabuki Warriors were also killing it. I gotta tell you what I enjoyed the most about this match. It was that the Kabuki Warriors were not squashed. All the women looked amazing, and we need to give credit to Kairi Sane. She took so many bumps, brutal ones to be exact, and guess what? It was worth it because in the end, Jade and Bianca became your new tag team champions. I'm happy for Jade Cargill, who came from AEW after already being solidified there, to transition to WWE to having a moment like this is amazing. And Bianca Belair winning her first set of tag titles. This is so freaking cool. I'm totally here for this. And I feel like this is what that tag team division needed. Now it's going to be even more exciting to see what they do with it. As far as the main event, we need to talk about Cody and AJ Styles putting on an instant classic. This was a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10. You name it, they delivered it, and it was amazing. The camera was literally shaking as AJ Styles made his way into the ring. This crowd was phenomenal, and they were shouting, "He is phenomenal." In the end, though, Cody Rhodes did win the match as expected. He's going to be holding that title for quite some time, but we need to credit AJ Styles having one of the best matches in his career in a really long time. And as a fan of AJ Styles, I gotta say I miss that. I hope they use him more in some main event scenes. Now, for Cody Rhodes, that was an amazing title defense. And if this is what we're going to get out of Cody while he's champion, I gotta say, I'm so here for this. What made WWE Backlash so special were the fans. Shout out to France, man. They really came to show out. And it goes to show that WWE might have to start doing some global shows a little bit more often. These fans were loud from start to finish, and it totally added to the show. Now, the match that I was looking forward to the most was Damian Priest versus Jey Uso, but I gotta say, in the end, the match that I admired the most was probably the main event between AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes, because I love to see AJ Styles shine. As a fan of AJ, it's so cool to see him do what he does best after so much time. But now that Backlash is over, we need to talk about the king and queen of the ring. And round one starts on Monday Night Raw tonight, and let's talk about it. Starting off with the women, in round one, we're gonna get Ivy Nile versus Zoe Stark. And as a fan of NXT, I gotta tell you, I used to love those women there, and I'm loving it now. And this is gonna be a good first round matchup. I do think they might give this one to Zoe Stark. Another scheduled match for round one when it comes to the women is Shayna Baszler versus Zelina Vega. Now, this is gonna be crazy. I really don't know which way they're gonna go. Now, I know Triple H loves Shayna Baszler, and it would be nice to see Shayna win, but LWO is now on Monday Night Raw, and Zelina has a good chance of taking this one to continue to defend her crown as Queen of the Ring. So I might lean towards Zelina Vega. Dios mío, honey, this is the match we need to talk about. Asuka versus Lyra Valkyria. This is going to be one of the most underrated matches on the card tonight for the Queen of the Ring tournament round one. Now, I don't know if Lyra Valkyria is going to take this win, but this would be huge for her. I am hoping that she does. But you know, Asuka, man, she is a problem to be reckoned with. I'm torn in this one, but damn it, I'm gonna say Lyra Valkyria takes it. Now you guys are killing me. Natalya versus Io Sky. Seriously? Natalya's just coming off of a loss, but putting Lola Vice over at NXT Underground. By the way, that match was amazing. Io Sky is great. Now, I do think the favor here is Io Sky, but I want to say Natalya deserves it after putting Lola Vice over. And you know what? I'm gonna go with Natty on this one. If we're talking King and Queen of the Ring, we need to talk about the men. And in round one, we're gonna get Sheamus versus Gunther, and let me tell you, this match is gonna be insane. We know what these guys got to deliver, but I have Gunther moving on to the next round. OMG, this is going to be a freaking classic. Your WWE Speed Champion in Ricochet taking on the Mad Dragon Ilya Dragunov. Now, I personally think Ilya Dragunov is gonna move on to the next round because he needs this win, but they are gonna put on an instant classic. Both magicians in that ring, and it's gonna be magic. Another must-see match, Drew McIntyre versus Finn Balor in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. I gotta tell you, I have Drew McIntyre taking this one, but I think this is another underrated match. Another match scheduled for the King of the Ring is Rey Mysterio versus Kofi Kingston. Now, I'm not sure why Kofi's in it because I thought it would be Xavier Woods. I'm thinking Rey Mysterio has a pretty good chance with LWO supporting him by his side, but something tells me Carlito and that whole fiasco might get involved, and I gotta say Kofi Kingston moves on to round two. In other wrestling news, Gable Steveson has been indeed released from WWE. Now, the anticipation behind this guy was extremely high, but the product really wasn't there. He made a few appearances on the main roster and also on NXT. Now, personally, I didn't really care too much for Gable Steveson because we didn't really see too much of Gable Steveson. But let me know what you guys think about his release down in the comments below. In other wrestling rumors, take a look at this. Alexa Bliss is allegedly not expected to be a part of the Uncle Howdy faction that may be coming to WWE. Lately, we've been seeing a lot of cryptic messages during Monday Night Raw, NXT, and SmackDown that leads us to believe Uncle Howdy is coming back and with his family too. Alexa Bliss, however, is allegedly not going to be a part of that. Now, we don't know if this is true or not. We have to wait and see. But I gotta tell you, if Alexa Bliss comes back as the goddess, I am so here for it. For those of you guys that remember when Alexa Bliss was Little Miss Bliss, man, where the promos were so amazing, the matches was main event material, and if my girl is coming back into her senses, I'm so here for it. But guys, let me know what you thought about WWE Backlash, the King and Queen of the Ring tournament that begins tonight on Monday Night Raw. What match are you looking forward to the most? Let me know in the comments. Also, you already know, check me out on Twitch where I do watch along with you guys Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and NXT on a weekly basis. The link will be down in the description below, and you already know to be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, deuces.